I wanted to record this because I found it quite amazing. I'm already probably a mile in walking. I'm still carrying the two bags, which you'll see on both of my shoulders, and a big book bag in the back. So when I was young, you know how you're a kid and you think you can be like Goku, Superman, stuff like that, until you realize that your body does have a limit and you can surpass that limit, but then again you can't go beyond, like really beyond. So during the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, even up to 21, I always ran in the most crazy. You know, people say like Puerto Rican are crazy. They're not lying about that. I used to even run without my shirt below 0 degrees for miles, and then come back home frozen and shaking with ammonia and stuff like that. But at one point, it came to the point where I didn't have ammonia anymore. Like I almost like immune to it. And my sickness, I don't get sick that easily. Like really, really don't get. I haven't gotten sick in probably more than 11 years or so on. I still can get broken bones and stuff like that, but I just don't get sick. So what I find amazing is that when you reach the age of 25, which I was always scared that when I reach the age of 25, I have to work on my PCOS. And the reason that is because when you reach 25, your testosterone for men start going down. And then when it goes down, you also know that your metabolism also at one point is going to go down. So if you're like I forgot which one, the difference between the two of them, it's either endomorph or ectomorph. One is that you have, like, you pretty much can gain pound really easily. You're more husky, and it's hard to get skinny and stuff like that, but easy to build a muscle. And the other one is you're very, very skinny. You can see your abs and everything, very tight and all that, but at the same time, it makes you harder to get fat, and at the same time, it makes you harder to get muscles. And there's the other one, mesomorph, which sometimes people call it the gifted body. I feel like I got that one. And the only reason that is because we both can get skinny and fat, and we still can get a good moderated muscle, and so on. So that's what I thought my body was. I still think it is, because I know I don't have that gift where I can actually eat everything I want, and you know, and still be able to have a good body or something like that. I can get fat. So yesterday, if you guys saw the video, I actually did about 5 hours of walking, and my legs was at the limit. And then when I came home, I went into the bath, screaming, yelling, and stuff like that because the pain was unbearable. And then when I got out of the bath, I hit the bed, and then I waited like about 30 minutes before my boy asked me if I wanted to continue or rest. And I said I'll continue. I'll do the other city, I can't name it, which is about 40 minutes we do a walking. And the funny part is, I still was going to do it, but instead we changed it to play some games. And after we played some games, we get back home, and that's it. That's what we did that day. So the next day, I thought I was never going to be able to walk for like 3 days or 4 days after walking 5 hours non-stop. I mean, you could be at the most pain, and I still didn't stop. I just kept going. Started getting mad and pushing my legs because and my feet, because pain is a signal that is thrown to your head. So I kind of got mad at my body that it wouldn't go to a point that I could do when I was about between 16 and 21, and that's I think it's the endorphins. If you actually run for a long period of time and you push through the pain, you get to one point where you can run until you pretty much die or something like that. The pain goes away, you have more stamina, and you just push it through it, right? So those are the endorphins. It just makes you feel, if your body, instead of going to pain, your body releases those to make you feel good. So I didn't get to that point walking fucking 5 hours or anything like that from one city to another. And that should be on the previous video. However, I shouldn't be being able to walk today. I shouldn't be able to even move today, let alone carrying two freaking heaviest bag on my shoulder, and then still walk, because I need to get to the bus between 5:20 so I can get that bus to go home. Otherwise, if I get the bus where I was in Walmart, I will have to wait an hour and a half to get to the next bus, and I don't want to wait an hour and a half. So I'm walking. Thank you so much for being loud. Anyway, it's a car. So I'm walking back to that area. I still have like about maybe half a mile or so to get there. And I actually want to record this. It's not for just everybody to see or anything like that. It's actually for me to have a mental note that, Jesus Christ, I literally recovered like I was Goku or something like that. I shouldn't even be able to walk, but I'm able to walk. I'm able to still carry more pounds on me. And when I get home, I'm going to put 90 pounds on my fucking back and walk up and down the hill. And then maybe I will do the video for the Battleforge for it. Anyway, I just want to record that. Keep a mental note. Hell yeah. Conflicts. Got the Goyas. Make a rice, bean, and chicken, Puerto Rican style. Arroz habichuela con pollo. And then the other side is almost like the same shit. There's a lot of rice and beans and stuff like that I have to buy. And that for my girl, because she doesn't like drinking water and all that. So you got the culantro and then sofrito. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. And so on. If I can find it. I think it's probably in the other bag, who knows. And then tater tots. My girl loves tater tots. Here it is. Sofrito. And then I'll make some good food in there.
There will be a couple of replays parts in here that will play. This will be part 1 or anything like that. Before sorry about that. Before I actually start the video, one of the cheapest decks for everybody to know is technically the Lost Soul. I think Lost Soul is really cheap until you get to like Lost Warden and to the Lost Spirit Ship and stuff like that. I mean, those cost about 450 and so on, but I mean, Lost Dragon only costs like 40 to 50 Battleforge point, and the Lost Horror can actually cost between 20 to 50 or so on Battleforge point. And Lost Horror is very powerful card for a tier 3, so it's something you want to really look into, then go right ahead into the Lost Soul decks. So we're actually going to start with this. If you're a new player, watch this video. It'll tell you a little bit more about the third place, because I'm going to focus a lot on the third player who will use the Church of Negation to actually defend this area, which is the easiest way to actually do it. A little bit myself, a little bit up here, but majority of the time I will technically try to focus on this player and something like that. There will be some type of, later on that I explain someone that be in a deck in this game, but that's something I want to show you guys. If you find someone being someone who insults you or anything like that, and you do insult them back, make sure you actually record it or screenshot the conversation, because if you try to get banned, that's the way you're going to be fought it off. Since I haven't been banned yet, I already showed this to the mods just in case, but if I haven't been banned yet, if I have been banned, then again I wouldn't be able to show this video. But if I haven't been, I have something to fight for it. If I haven't been banned yet, then I have something to prepare and fight for it and something like that. So just want to keep you guys a little bit a heads up. If you're new or something like that, you can actually insult all the players. It is against the rule and stuff like that. But if they start first with it, you can actually use it as a defense. Not sure if you're both will get banned or anything like that, but again, you need something to defend. Tyder and Nick is the players who will be doing number 3. We have here Higgins, we will be doing, I think this is number 2. We have Sir Grundig, one of the guys who actually started the insult and stuff like that. He'll be on position number 1, and I will be on position number 4. So let's actually start this over here. He is going to go with 2 whales and the second monument, and he's going to rush as much as he can. Cold snap this, because this guy will kill you. This bandit will one-shot you. Once he reaches up here, he's gonna go right ahead and start to get the third monument up as fast as he can and wall this up right here. This is actually, they won't attack you until all this wall is actually destroyed. So that's something really good, something to keep in mind and so on. Because otherwise, if you don't keep the wall, you won't have time to actually defend yourself, so you might want to wall up. He actually at one point does come down here and try to wall this up as well, because again, I'm not going to be a Superman and try to defend this area as fast as I can. Plus, you're supposed to have a self-sufficient mind, which means that you have to defend both top and bottom. The mindset of defending both top and bottom without the help of the 4th player, because you don't know, the majority of the 4th player goes this route. I don't. I go the top route, and the reason why I go the top route is because I need to defend the player. Now on my side, for your information, I will start with juice tanks on here and resource booster. So I do big pros, and I put 2 juice tank close to the construction if I can. This one actually couldn't do it, but this one did. And same thing with this one, the resource booster did. So I put 2 juice tanks. I go into the resource booster back here by using the monument back to black, and I have right here 2 resources booster. Later on I do switch to frost because I will put some building up here with construction and stuff like that, but these makes it actually go faster and you don't have to worry too much about here. I will put a launcher and red affinity, and because that the red affinity actually can increase attack, the more they stay attack, it increases attack. And at the same time, later on you can actually find out that these guys, if they were fight a grinder, they can actually kill grinders and they can kill T4 abominations and stuff like that if you have a couple of them, like 4 or 5 or so, and stuff like that. I do see that this guy does have a breeding ground, something you want to keep in mind. If you actually see anybody around here, run with a building, and you can put if you have an ice barrier, put it there. If you have a building, put it there. If you want to put a unit in there, put it there, and then summon everything that you want to actually summon in their breeding ground. So in here I'm actually going to be summoning a Shadow Phoenix, which will come down here, take care of these guys, as you see right here, 2 Shadow Phoenix and stuff like that. And later on I will come here with at least 3 Shadow Phoenix. I'm close to when they spawn their monsters, so I'll be able to clear this and revived, and then clear this and revived. I'm getting a little bit laggy here, and that's kind of weird. Here it is. He's actually going to be using the, let me slow this down a bit. He's going to be using this the Church of Negation, and then he's going to be using the Engineer Cabal to actually fix the Church of Negation and so on. But at the same time, he's going to use the Ice Barrier to box it in so he doesn't move out of this. I mean, he can't move. This well is actually stopping him from moving over here, and everything in here is stopping him from moving out. So now he can't move at all. So he actually will put another engineer down here, and I'm sure he's going to put a ice barrier here to box him in, so he now can't move anything. You don't have to worry about it. So now everything that comes here, even a ice fang that can technically hit one of the building really hard, is not going to stop him. He will put, however, some unit, and you will see some lags here, I apologize about that, but he will put some units in here like a Soul Vigil. He's going to Sky Templar, and later on in the future he'll probably put something bigger, Sky Commander and stuff like that. I already cleared this area, as you see. I still have some of my Phoenixes again. I'm gonna come here and try to defend this area so that he doesn't have bigger units coming here. Because this, again, as you see, he is already have the mindset that he needs to defend this bottom when it comes here, but I have the mindset to actually make it easier for him. So as you see right now, we don't have these units, Stone Rage Flames coming down here, and I'm going to use the Shadow Phoenix, and as you see, only needed 4 to blow them up, and then I'm going to use the Shadow Phoenix again to blow these one up. And at one point I am going to come down here, try to blow these guys because they're bothering me down here. They're literally bothering me. See, I already put one right here to finish these stupid Nox Trooper and stuff like that, but I am definitely going to come down here and finish this, as you see right now. Now top, you don't really have to worry too much about it. Once you actually have this Sky Thumper is the one that heals. You can see it right here. It gains Blessing of Light, a generation of 80 seconds, and then this one, it actually has a long range and it deals damage. Also additional 25% damage though is added to its light points. That's the Lost Vigil, and this one will technically take care of those pesky Ice Fang. Which again, when they come down here, what basically is they can actually destroy these like nothing by itself. So I will have my Phoenixes. Fact that there it is, he's coming right now. So it's gonna hit these guys. That's why I put them there, because I don't want to hit in my buildings. I'm gonna use my Phoenixes to defend. Great things. You should watch that video about the Phoenix. They're really great. Hit him, the Ice Fan, because it's now hitting these guys. Look, big damage. And then I'm gonna come down here and start cleaning these up. Maybe start cleaning some of this right here, so I can get my tier 3, and then start having Batario over here to actually make it easier for myself. Now let me pause this for a second. As you see bottom here, we have Blue already pushing right here with the, he's about to finish this guy. He already have, I think this is Oink Oink, Curse of Oink. So he has already the Firestalker, Shamans, and the Wind Reaver to try to fight this right here, and then start moving up. Not sure what the Gundam Kiddo is doing. He should have already been here to try to clear this area, and then moving into the middle to try to clear this area with Blue right here. Now at one point I did start singing a song, Don't Stop Me Now, and the reason I only sing one sentence. I didn't make it like a long. I say Don't Stop Me Now, blah 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 blah. I having a ball, Don't Stop Me Now, and then I stop. I think he got he's a little bit crunky type of player, maybe like a little kid or something like that. The reason that is because the player itself said if I was how old I was, and I told him like a 32, and then he's like, then what the fuck are you saying as I'm singing a song in here and stuff like that? Try to pay attention at your side of the game. You're still not even in C or E, and you need to actually start pushing. This guy's already going to be pushed back and so on by the grinder. And then he technically said it's like, oh man, we're playing with a fucking retarded kid. And then I said, I'm 32 by the way, if you didn't know. And then he says, well, 32, we're playing with a retarded old man and stuff like that. Later on to be one of the most useless son of a gun in this game, to be honest with you. You'll see it. You'll see it. So now he's actually going here and look at the type of unit he's using. White Rangers, Frost Mage, and the War Eagle. I would understand if he actually summoned a bunch of War Eagles, but this is what he has, and you'll see what happens later for doing that. Again, I summon my battalion right here, and I'm going to be defending. I will have these guys without using the embalmment and so on. As you see over here, I already destroyed it. Get some of that power back. I'm at 380 for that one and 700 over here. I'm going to be defending this for a bit, and then I'm going to summon more of the Necro Blaster if I can, but later on I don't, because he's already so set that he just comes down. Now here's where I want to show you. At that point of time that I was down here, he did went ahead. I don't think he needed this, because at tier 4 you would have the Sky Temple. I mean, look at the look at what they cost. It's a 2 frost or something like that. So I'm not 100%. Let me see. Let me actually see. We have 1 frost, shadow, frost. I mean shadow, and then he could have went frost here, but he went green. But again, that just shows you that he technically didn't need the Emmy Monument or anything like that. That will stop anybody from here to using Emmy Monument or anything like that if they needed it, but technically this is typically his deck. Sage Elf will be the one that actually increases the damage of the Wall Breaker. If you guys should look down here, 110% more damage. And the Commander is the one that decreases by, I think, by 80%. I should check that, and 85%. Sorry about that. So he actually going to be putting these on here, and then he doesn't have to worry about this anymore. However, just in case something does happen, I'm sure he will put another Church of Negation down there. I'm gonna have Bataria. Bataria is just gonna fight this, no problem. Badoosh, badoosh, badoosh. Badoosh. I'm lagging, I think. Anyway, and this is without going full. I don't have Unholy Hero, just so you guys know this. I still don't have Unholy Hero. I have to come down here, clear this area, and then get the last monument to be able to have Unholy Hero and regrowth and everything like that. So I was able to do that without it. I summoned a second Batario. He's just going to come down here and clear this up for me. Over here, he just, I guess he got majority of the time annihilated, because this is the last couple of units he has, while this guy has all his units alive. And he's about to, oh Jesus Christ, that was horrible. You're about to see that in the second one. So he actually, tyder, let me call you Tyder, sorry. Tyder comes here and he shows me that I need to build here, and I was like, sure, no problem. Let me destroy these guys, more power for me. 90% of the cost of these buildings are coming to me. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna keep the construction hut in here so he can actually be able to summon it much quicker and don't have to use his construction. I move away a little bit farther away so he can actually summon it. I think it's around here, so he should be summoning. There you go. This guy is now the one who has been salting me throughout the game. Has been literally getting pushed to no end. Well, if I am 12 years old or a retarded old man, at least I'm not retarded to make the game a burden for my friends or for my partners. And to the point that I wish these guys came to here and destroy all of this. It probably happened over here because something must have attacked them. I think maybe the power of the monument, which attracted the stone skin to fight him. So then I started already moving my position, my guys over here to try to defend it. Now he did some in Church of Negation. I'm sorry for the lag and stuff like that. I don't know why it's a lag during replay. That sounds so stupid. And then I see that the Church of Negation has these two. I start moving a little bit more further because I figured that the Nox Trooper was going to destroy it and stuff like that. So I destroy whatever here. I would have not helped him, and yes, I'm not going to help him with this. Fuck that. If he likes to be a dick, then I'm going to be a dick right back, and I'm not even going to help him at all. So in all honesty, I would help because Tyder needed my help, and if Huggins needed my help, I would have definitely helped him, but I would not help such a dick player and so on. So again, he actually going to come down here and look. He does have the Sky Templar, he does have this Sky Elf Sage, and he does have the Commander. Ultimate tank for this. You don't need technically anything else and so on. I guess my construction hut was destroyed. It happens. But again, this wall breaker is all he needs. I'm gonna come up here and try to move forward because I know that Hugin's still at tier 3, and that's good. Look, tier 3, and he can still help a lot. He is much more useful than the other guy because these wheels are definitely going to help me. 20% reduced damage, 20% increased damage, and regeneration by 5 or 6% or so on of my max health, and you have to be very careful with these Geminis. They definitely can destroy you completely if you're not careful. So I put revenge and I try to focus on the Gemini first. I see that these, luckily I aggro them because, to be honest with you, I don't want neither Tyder or Huggins to have trouble with everything that was going to come their way and so on. So that would have definitely made it through all this and destroyed everything if I didn't stop it. So there he is. Huggins is going to come up. I am going to technically claim only one. And the reason why this is majority time I'm going to give it to him and stuff like that. But I don't care about the guy in the middle. He's just completely useless at this point. So I want to keep one here just in case I do need to summon some stuff in here. Or if I need to actually defend or anything like that. So I'm going to keep one of the wells in there. Going to actually come here first before I clear this. And the only reason that is because we want to speeden up the other Huggins having his tier... Higgins 68, his tier 4. So I'm just going to come down here, focus on these two. They're going to start attacking me, breaking the chain of the heals. Then I'm going to use Unholy Hero, Unholy Power, and so on, so I can finish them up quickly. On the left side, I'm going to be using the ability of the Vataria. One of the things that you want to actually do sometimes is when finding the heals, if you actually focus all 3 Vatarias using the ability and then separate the Vatarias to actually hit left and right, that actually will help finish these healers a lot faster because it keeps damaging them over and over. Plus, you already have Unholy Hero, Unholy Power, and so on. I do come back, right? I mean, I do? I don't? Oh, I guess I didn't. I guess this must be in the other game that I actually came here. Well, at the same time, nobody cleared this area, so it technically did not matter. Apology about that. I could have sworn I would have actually done that and finished that area. Apologies. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear this up. We already have Tyder. He's already defended up here completely. Look at this. Look at this. You got to see this. Boom. Then Church is going to help out here. Boom. It's just going to destroy all this. Like, literally easy. See? And then down here, look. He has 2 of them. One in the right side without the ability. One on the left side who's going to technically take most of the damage. No problem. Doesn't even have to worry about it. Comes down up here with the ships. Already Higgins with ships and Giant Worm and the Grimvine. Yep. Here it comes. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Revenge. Not sure if that was me or him, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure. In majority, I think it was him. No, it was me. It was me. I remember. Yep, it was me. I used Revenge. So I'm gonna come up here, and I wanted my Batario to actually both of them focuses, but again I got a Green Void, and because the Green Void is technically hidden, I just see in the back they don't actually move and do anything. So I move all my Batarios to start using the ability on the top right side to kill it quickly, because then otherwise we'll stay here trying to hit this and not finish it off. So here I can't do much, so you can see what I mean by that. And ships, I'm not really that strong to actually move these, to try to kill these. These ships at all, unless you have not even Lost Invocation, I think, will not be able to actually hit these, because again they only hit with 2 turrets and so on when you actually find a boss. So I'm going to move my Batario to move up here, because at one point, again I'll show you right now, when you have too many melees attacking, so I finished the Gemi. When you have too many melees attacking, Batario can't hit. So then we're never gonna move forward without that. It's just gonna keep healing. So if I'm not here, basically we can't even beat these. So I instead say I'm gonna move to the bottom right, finish this up right here. One of them is gonna die because that's how strong Gemini is. Gonna summon it again and going to use the ability of the Batario. I told him to move to the left. He did. I'm gonna use the ability of my Batario and my only healer so we can actually finish the game for this. And this is gonna be technically probably part 1. And the reason that is because, again, the video is probably long enough, maybe more than 25 minutes or something like that, so I want to actually go ahead and finish. Part 2 will come later on. Thank you very much for watching the video.